Worst vice president, you're the worst border czar. There's never been anybody bad like you. Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. Get out of
here. I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today. And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids. And she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes. I can't believe this country did this again. Why did I let myself have hope?
The tears continue to come. It's absolutely wonderful. Once again, I looked at this video, I saw the nose piercing, I saw the haircut, and stupidity followed.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. We cannot give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism. And this is the era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad, in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
Now that we're all saying what we're thinking, I'm going to go ahead and say that I think if you voted for Donald Trump, you're ugly. I think you're all freaking ugly, and I think you're dumb as bricks. And I think you're a bigot in every sense of the word, every use of the word. I also not only won't care when all the bad stuff that's gonna happen happens to you, I actually want it to happen to you. I want your taxes to go up. I want things to be more expensive for you. I want you to have a complicated pregnancy. I want all that bad stuff to happen to you because that's what you deserve. Also, like, the only silver lining is it's actually going to suck for all you Trump voters way more than it's going to suck for us blue voters because we actually have educations and good jobs. Y'all are broke as fuck, so it's really going to suck for you when he raises your taxes a ton.
Oh no, she thinks people who voted for Donald Trump are ugly.
I think the hardest part of all of this is just, like, thinking about all the men who were just like, the economy, woman in my life. The economy, woman in my life. The economy.
It looks like she went to the forest to be with the bears. Before we get back into the video, if you guys are enjoying the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Subscribe to my new channel as well, and that will be linked in the description down below. And let's get back into the video.
Harris did not win.
You won.
Trump. So
Take a breath.
Yep. So today may look a little different at school. Okay, there are probably going to be friends who have questions, right? I'm sure your teachers are going to, I think, you know, we currently are in a country where we get to choose, right? And people have different priorities. They have different values. Some people hear what he has to say and they don't believe him. And some people hear what he has to say and they believe him and they agree with him. So today's probably, your school day is probably going to look pretty normal. Okay, your teachers are going to do a really great job of, you know, if you have questions throughout the day or if you have big feelings throughout the day.
Do you like these?
Are you sad?
I'm very sad.
And now you're crying.
I keep hearing that people like me are brainwashing kids, we're brainwashing other people, we're forcing our opinions down people's throats. Then I see videos like this where they have kids and they're telling them nonsense like this, and I'm supposed to believe that they're not brainwashing anybody.
What the hell? You cannot be serious. How did I wake up to this garbage as my president? That's right, garbage. I went to bed last night and she was ahead. I woke up to this freaking nightmare. Donald Trump? How? Does America have this many Nazi, Hitler following pieces of trash? I thought America was already great. Kamala had our economy skyrocketing. People were happy. You could feel the joy in her campaign. And then all of a sudden, it's just been hijacked by these freaks of nature that call themselves Trump supporters. What the fuck? Nobody wants to live in a country full of hate. It's all hate, 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 hate. Trump hates everybody that's not white. And I can't believe people of color actually voted for him. How does that happen? What, does he pay them? I'll give you some money if you vote against your own people. Who does that? This is not going to end well at all. It is not going to end well.
I see the way he looks, I hear his voice, I knew he was going to say something stupid.
This is a PSA for any of the ladies that have been seriously considering divorcing their husband. There's a lot of big conversations happening now that we have the results of the election, one of them being no-fault divorce. That is a type of divorce that allows you to end your marriage without needing to prove that anyone is at fault. Some lawmakers are looking to abolish that, which is going to make you divorcing your husband a lot harder. So here's what that potential change could mean for you. You're going to have to prove that your husband did something wrong, which can be even more expensive, emotionally draining, and time-consuming. Legal battles over fault can keep you in an endless and very expensive fight. Removing no-fault divorce could mean higher conflict in court, which is certainly not ideal for your kids or you. Without no-fault divorce, you lose the freedom to decide when to leave your marriage. Your private decision could be left up to someone else's idea of what's right. So if you're unhappy in your marriage, now might be the time to act. Protect your right to choose what is best for you and your kids before it's taken away. Because the reasons that you want to leave your marriage are no one else's fucking business.
I don't even know why you'd be married to someone who has opposing political views to yourself, because that's going to throw a massive wrench into your relationship. But what's more interesting is the fact that you have to make a video like this. But the fact that you're making a video like this is absolutely hilarious. All you people care about is your right to choose. You have your bodily autonomy. How about you shut up?
Here are some of the easiest ways to leave the country as an American. Sorry guys, I simply cannot smile at the moment. It's been a long 24 hours. If you're under 30, consider the Australia or New Zealand working holiday visa. Granted, this is a temporary fix, but Australia allows American citizens up to 3 years on a working holiday and New Zealand offers 1. So that could realistically get you through the next 4. These visas are both really easy to apply for. They cost around $450. I personally did a year in Australia. I have a lot of videos about that. I'm happy to tag you if you need more info. If you have a way to make an income online, consider a digital nomad visa. Lots of different countries offer this. It's typically a 1-year stay. For this option, I would look into countries like Portugal, Costa Rica, or Albania. Another option you can consider is teaching English in another country. Now, granted, this is going to be a lot easier if you do have a college degree, but there are some countries that allow you to work as an English teacher without a degree. Just get your TOEFL certificate online. It typically just takes a few weeks to complete that. And if you don't have a degree, I would recommend looking into countries in Southeast Asia or Eastern Europe. Another option is looking into opportunities based on your heritage. If you have grandparents that came from somewhere that is not America, you can look into that country and see what kind of visa or residency programs they offer. For example, I know a lot of us have Irish heritage. If you have a grandparent who is an Irish citizen, you can look into getting residency that way. Lastly, if you have a specialized skill, look up where that skill might be at a deficit around the world. For example, I know Canada is willing to sponsor for tech or healthcare typically. Australia and New Zealand are always looking for teachers and nurses, and Denmark and Germany both really value IT. I personally am working diligently on my exit plan. Stay safe out there, guys.
She made this whole video, and I can guarantee you in the next couple of years, she's still going to be in America.
I will make it my life's mission, my dying wish, that none of you weirdos can hide in the future. You can't lie to your kids. You can't lie to your grandkids about, oh, it was so confusing. It was hard to see the truth. He was so convincing. I will not let you get away with that. Like, that was not normal. This is not normal. I will make it clear to everyone. Like, I will make sure no one is confused about how things were right now in this very vital, crucial time in American history, that it was not confusing. It was not confusing at all. You just stood for that. You stood with that and for that. Like, I can't emphasize enough, there will be nowhere to hide, and history is going to look back on this and look back on you in a very negative light.
I feel absolutely so betrayed by my country right now. And it's so frustrating. I don't even know what to say right now. We tried, okay, to everyone from other countries that are saying America failed. We tried. The system is inherently flawed, and we tried. And to anybody who follows me on TikTok, if you are happy about the results of the election, unfollow me right now. Get off my page. Do not talk to me. I don't care if I've known you for years. I do not want to talk to you ever again. The fact that you would purposefully vote for somebody who wants to take away my rights as a woman, don't ever talk to me again.
These tears taste wonderful.
Well, that didn't go the way we had hoped
Not at all.
or expected.
Yeah, I mean, for him to win the popular vote? Are you kidding me?
I did not know our country was that full of racist bastards.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an all-out war on the LGBTQ plus, on
Women.
on women, on people of any color other than Blanco or Blanca or whatever.
No, they don't care about the Blanca. It's just the Blanco.
Yeah, so better go out there and get you a Bible, because you're going to be needing that shit now.
Oh, no, we, if they follow the Handmaid's Tale, we can't read.
Oh, that's right. That is true. I'm too old I can't be a handmaid.
I would probably get stuck being a Martha. Actually, no, I'd be on the wall because I'm not going back. I'll be on the wall. I am so very saddened for our country.
Yes.
And what that orange Donnie Two-Scoop baboon ass has done to our country with the division, the open racist, hateful comments, and just giving permission for them to be jackasses and flannel-wearing, mouth-breathing, baboon, mindless assholes. I'm sorry, I'm a little heated.
Yes, yes. So today, I've decided that today I am sad. And tomorrow I am going to find how do we stop him from doing the things that the Heritage Foundation wants to do.
I know a way to stop him, but you're going to have to get both of them. Just saying. Quietly under my breath.
Yes. No. It might be a wait and see kind of thing for a minute, but I guarantee you there's people that are out there ready to fight.
The whole world is looking at America going, what the fuck? He's made a laughing stock of us, and all you MAGAs, one day you're going to regret what you've done, because it's going to come home to you as well.
Yes.
And fuck you when it does. Drink coffee.
I really didn't want to watch that whole video because I looked at the two individuals in this video and I knew stupidity was about to be said.
Forgive me for being a little emotional here, but what the fuck is going on? People in the future are gonna look back at this time and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? Because we were progressing. When Obama got elected, I really feel like we were progressing. We were going in the right motherfucking direction. But then Trump comes in and he gives a voice to the voiceless. He gives a voice to the criminals, to the racists, to the white motherfuckers who want to be back on top. I don't want to touch another man with a 10-foot motherfucking pole. Ladies, where are we going? 4B movement for real. Fuck men. Fuck all of you. And fuck you ugly dumb bitches who voted for him too. You guys are a piece of shit. You guys have internalized fucking misogyny and you're dumb. You're stupid. Oh, and all the climate change shit going out the motherfucking window because it's a hoax. Bro, we're cooked. We're cooked. This is our last motherfucking year on this goddamn planet. And to be able to appoint 3 more fucking Supreme Court justices or whatever the fuck he's able to get more motherfuckers that believe the same beliefs that he believes into office. And I guess that's what you guys want. That's what you guys want. You guys want to be radical Christians. You guys are Jesus Christ, right?
I know that, like me, many of you will be feeling fearful this morning. A convicted criminal, a fascist who does not respect the rule of law, is once again set to become leader of the most powerful country in the world. For a man who denies the reality of climate change, has no respect for the truth, and engineered the overturning of women's right to choose, for him to have so much power feels frightening. His relentless attacks on migrants, his racism, his misogyny, his homophobia, it leaves many in our communities feeling threatened this morning. So on this dark day, I want to say that we stand in solidarity with all those who dreaded this moment and must now live with its consequences, including those in Gaza and Ukraine. The struggle for truth, peace, and justice goes on. I recommit myself and my party to that struggle this morning. The politics of hatred will not win. Together, we will go forward with a renewed sense of connection with all those around the world who feel shaken by this election result, but determined to continue to defend what matters, to build a safe, just, and inclusive green future. Together, we curse the darkness, yes, but we also light candles to mark our unity and the shared power of radical hope that comes from resistance. Resistance to Trump, resistance to fascism, and resistance to all those who seek to divide us.
You have other things to be worrying about, and trust me, America is not something you should be worrying about. Worry about England, which is where I live right now, and all the knife crimes are going on here. Worry about how immigration is working out here, and worry about those types of things. Trump is the last thing you need to be worrying about.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
There only seems to be one smart person who can understand that there's only men and women, male, female, and those are the only two options. There's nothing else. And if you do believe that there are other options, you need to get your brain checked.
Kamala Harris is spanking Donald Trump's ass right now, and we are going to know that she has won the presidency before the night is over on November 5th. Save this, come back to it, I don't care. You want some facts over feelings? Look at the percent of women that are voting compared to men in the blue wall states of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. It's double digits. Look at the exit polls in those states. They are overwhelmingly 20+% saying they voted for Kamala Harris. Look at Georgia and the record turnout. You're seeing people in North Carolina marching to the polls with marching bands. What the hell? Like, that is an insane amount of energy when people are literally leading parades to the polls. You are seeing in North Carolina Mark Robinson trailing his opponent by like 18%. You don't think those people are going to come out and vote for Kamala Harris as well? You're seeing states like Florida and Arizona that have abortion on the ballot, and these people are coming out in droves to protect their fundamental rights and bodily autonomy. Look at states like Nebraska, where Donald Trump is only a +5 in Nebraska. Look at Iowa and the bombshell of report from Ann Seltzer coming out that Kamala Harris is leading Iowa by 3 points. So to the fuck your feelings crowd, fuck your feelings, MAGA. You have zero shot in this election. I don't care what you feel. I don't care what you tell me about poly market and foreign money and untraceable Bitcoin flooding that. Look at the facts. One candidate has money. One candidate is completely broke. One candidate has so much enthusiasm. We're going back to 2008 levels and above. Do you know what happened in 2008? Yeah, you got your asses spanked then too. So all of this is leading us to a complete and utter blue washout of these Republicans. Nate Silver has said there is like a 1 in 9-something billion% chance that all these polls calling this race are actually correct. There is no chance that these polls are as tight as they're showing. It is just complete hogwash. For every legitimate poll out there, there's like 20+ Republican paid polls. Kamala Harris is spanking that ass right now, and we are going to know the results on election night. We don't have all these mail-ins like we had in 2020. You cannot compare 2020 to this. She does not need the type of firewall that she had that Biden had in 2020, because so many people were voting by mail. That's not the case anymore. That's not the case. So we are going to know these results so much faster. And a lot of these states are on the East Coast. So when these polls close at 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern, we are going to know so much of the results so early, and the victory is going to be so overwhelming that she is going to have it sewn up before the end of the night. So save it, mark it, don't care.
say you're going to come back and find me, I welcome it. Bring it on, MAGA. You are going down.
Well, that didn't age well.